Unit 11, Family.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you again. In the last lesson, you learned how to talk about your number of family members. In this lesson, you'll learn in more detail how to ask and answer about the age and job of a family member.
How old is your father? How old is your mother?
In Unit 6, you learned how to ask someone their age with the question, how old? What about the age of someone's family members? To ask this, you can say, how old is your, and then the third person. The third person here can be mother, father, brother, or sister. So, if you want to know the age of someone's father, you can ask, how old is your father? How old? Pay attention to the ending sound old of the word old. Old, 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 old. How old is your, your father, father, father. Please pay special attention to the sound th, father, father. How old is your father? Similarly, to ask about the age of someone's mother, you say, how old is your mother? How old is your mother? Mother, mother. Notice the sound th. Mother. How old is your mother? When speaking faster, to sound more natural, you should link the final sound d of old to the beginning vowel sound I of is. Old is. How old is? How old is your father? How old is your mother? Also, please note that in these questions, the key words are how old and the noun father or mother. And you should use a falling tone. Listen to me. How old is your father? How old is your mother? Now, please repeat after me. How old is your father?
How old is your father?
And the next one. How old is your mother?
How old is your mother?
Very nice. He's 55 years old. She's 50 years old. The answer to this question can be he's or she's plus the age and years old. Remember that we use he when the question is about someone's father or brother. We use she if it's about one's mother or sister. And the age here is a number. You can refer to numbers below this video. For example,
How old is your father?
he's 55 years old. He's E Z. He's 50. 50. 50. 5. I V. 5. Years old. Remember to link the sounds between the words years and old to sound more natural. Years old. Years old. He's 55 years old. He's 55 years old. Let's look at another example.
How old is your mother?
She's 50 years old. She's sh, e, z. She's 50 years old. She's 50 years old. She's 50 years old. Note that you can use the full forms he is and she is instead of he's and she's. You can say, he is 55 years old. She is 51 years old. But the short forms are more common in spoken English. What does he do? What does she do? After asking about the age of family members, another common question may be about the job. A question that can be used is, what does he do? Or, what does she do? What does he do? What? What? Does. D, a, z. Does. He. H, e. He. Do. Do. What does he do? What does he do? And what does she do? What? Does. She. Sh. E. She. Pay attention to the sound sh. Round your mouth a bit. Sh. She. She. Do. What does she do? What does she do? What and do are the key words in this question. So, they should be emphasized, and your voice should go down at the end. What does he do? What does she do? Now, Please repeat after me. What does he do?
What does he do?
Fabulous. And what does she do?
What does she do?
Very good. You know, what do you do is similar to what's your job. Then note that what does he do is equivalent to what's his job. His. Z. His. What's his job? That's right. And what does she do is like, what's her job? Her. Her. What's her job? Exactly. He's a director. She's an officer.
What does he do?
The answer to this question is quite easy. He's a or an and the job title. For example, he's a director.
Director.
Director. He's a director. He's a worker. 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 He's a worker. Or, he's an architect. 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 He's an architect. You can change the job title to have a proper answer. Similarly, to answer the question, what does she do? You just say, he's. Oh no, the answer must be she's. A or un plus the job title. For example, she's a lawyer. 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 She's a lawyer. She's a farmer.
Farmer. Farmer.
She's a farmer. Or, she's an officer. 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 She's an officer. Please note that when you speak faster, to sound more natural, you should use linking sounds. For example, he's a doctor. He's an architect. She's a lawyer. She's an officer. Ling, how old is your father?
He's 56 years old.
And what does he do?
He's a lawyer.
How about your mother? How old is your mother?
She's 52 years old.
And what does she do?
She's an architect. Brian, how old is your father?
He's 60 years old.
What does he do?
He's an officer.
And your mother? How old is your mother?
She's 52 years old.
What does she do?
She's a worker.
Okay, you've learned questions and answers about the age and the job of someone's family members. Let's go over the main contents of this lesson. To ask about the age of someone's family member, you say, "How old is your father?" Or, "How old is your mother?" To answer the question, you say, "He's or she's," plus the age, and years old. To ask about the job of that person, you say, "What does he do?" Or, "What does she do?" And the answer can be he's or she's, or un, and the job title. So, I hope this lesson is useful for you. To have some more practice, please watch the next video.